connect with you. As usual, I have a very, very great couple. They are really a blessing, and because you tuned in, you are a blessing too. Join me to welcome Joseph and Stella. They are here, of course, to share their mind and discuss with us on a topic called family business and financial stewardship. I think I am a type that really loves so much to talk about finances, learn about finances. So this is timely and quite important, especially for the people watching today. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have Joseph and Stella, and join me. Welcome them right about now. You're welcome. Happy to have you on the show.
Happy to have you, Claire.
Very exciting. Hi, Stella. Hi. Happy to have you. You look great. Hi, Joseph.
Hi.
Happy to have you on the
Good
show.
on Family TV.
Yes,
For
we
my
are
very
glad
first
to
time,
have.
I'm
Oh,
excited.
wow. Very happy to have you.
Thank you.
Nalongo, Salongo, you look very, very young. Hi. Tell us, what are the...
Back in the day, the salon was used to be big.
Yeah, they used to be. Like, how do you make it?
In this .com era,
Yeah.
you have to maintain the size so that you can be able to, to pass through the economy.
Exactly. I know.
Yeah, so no longer as big. Then you are 1 GB.
Yeah.
Pass through the economy.
You're welcome on the
Thank you.
show.
Thank you so much.
Happy to have you. Would you love to say hello to the viewer, and then we can start after that?
All right. Thank you so much, Claire. Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in to Family TV. My name is Joseph Bwenje. I am a proud born-again Christian since 2002.
Wow.
I am a husband to one beautiful lady, Stella Rato, who is right here next to me. We'll hear from her very soon. And I am a father to 4 children, 2 of whom are twins. So I am a Salongo, and many of my friends know me as Sir Joseph. I'm called Sir because I'm a Salongo, and the short form of Salongo is...
It's Sir. Oh, I like that.
Exactly. So I'm happy to be here. That's just a brief about me. I do quite a lot of things, but we shall get to know about them as we move on.
Okay. Thank you. So, is she Na? Oh, Na Stella.
We are still looking for a name for short form for now, because Na doesn't make sense. Sir at least makes sense. Yeah. Like Sir Alex Ferguson. Though my Sir is not S-I-R, it is S-A.
Oh.
Yeah, so I don't know if Na makes sense, but yeah.
Oh, all right. Stella, would you love to say hello to the viewer?
Hello viewers, my name is Stella Rato. I am Sir Jose's lovely wife.
Oh.
Yes, I am a mother of 4, passionate about women.
Oh.
And I want to send shout outs to my family. I'm so sure they have tuned in, the kids have tuned in, our friends have tuned in. So it's good to have you here.
Oh,
yeah.
We are happy to host you, and definitely to host you to talk about financial stewardship and family business.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I'm very excited and looking forward. And maybe to begin us off, what is financial stewardship? Could you please at least throw some small light to the viewer that is watching?
Okay, I don't know if I wants to go. I can go. First, I know the topic about finance is quite a huge one. And financial stewardship, in simple terms, is the way you take care of the finances. And as a Christian, we know that everything we own comes from God. And so He has given us that ability, He has given us the opportunity to steward His resources well. And among them, which is the greatest, is the finances we have. So financial stewardship, in really simple terms, is taking care of the resource called finances. Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that. So definitely, I know, talking about family business and then financial stewardship, the viewer would want to know. Would you please also break the family businesses? What is it really? Is it a family owning a business, or what is it all about? Stella, would you love to go on that?
Yeah, I think family business is business within a family. Yes, it could be a family member starting up a family, but also it can be inclusive, all inclusive. So for us, our family business is us and all the kids and everyone in business and money. Yes.
Now, I really appreciate that. So would you love really to share your financial stewardship experience, as you? How has it been? Or do you have family businesses? Maybe you would love to share your experience in that area.
All right. I'll share a bit of our family businesses, and also link it into the question that you've asked us. So I told you already, we are married. We have 4 children, but away from the marriage, we run businesses now, and these businesses are family businesses. One is we run a consultancy firm called Blueprint Leadership Group. Blueprint is a business consultancy firm that basically helps companies, individuals, and teams to grow, to empower them for transformation. And we majorly do 3 categories of stuff. One is business development and HR solutions. Anything under business development, leadership development, capacity building, team building falls under that arm. We have events planning and management, which we've done for 10 years. And that's hosting, managing, creating experiences for the event. And then we have health and safety, workplace health and safety. So it's our major business that drives all the other businesses that we have. I'm a creative and an author. I've authored a book called The Art of Creative MCing, which is a public speaking book that helps individuals to learn how to speak before people. Have been in the MCing business for more than 15 years.
Wow.
And currently I'm also authoring 4 different books, which I'm not going into because of time. And I'm also a creative. I've created children's games called Chess a Spelling Game Card, which I also have with me here. Basically because I know communication changes the world, and so I'm passionate about communication when it comes to both the adults and the children. So we created a game card to help children improve their vocabulary, because without vocabulary you can't express yourself. So you improve vocabulary and then improve your public speaking. And then we also do Rato Ventures, which my wife runs, a farm that does trading in cocoa, and just runs a bakery. Maybe you can just speak about that. Those are really family businesses. We are both out of employment, and we do personal sole proprietorship businesses, but registered. So those are businesses that we run, all are family business. Blueprint, it's a whole team, and my wife does the chief operations officer as I lead the team. And we have quite a number of friends, friends like OJ, and we have a team of 7 people that run the business. Yes, Stella.
Maybe to add on that, I could say that there are family businesses, but there's always a vision bearer.
Yeah.
And we may sound like everyone is doing their thing, but we complement each other. Like I am passionate about farming. I love chicken. I love goats. I love animals and plants, and I may be the vision bearer of that. But the auditor always comes in, and that's my husband. And I also support his roles in Blueprint and something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I love that, and you're the right people to talk about this or to discuss
Hopefully,
this.
yeah.
How has it been really working together as husband and wife, and maybe with your children and probably relatives and whoever you're working? How has it been? Is there any way it has probably affected your marriage, or how has it bettered your marriage, or stuff like that? Would you
Marriage is very nice, and it can have challenges, and we've had some doing the business, but they have made us stronger. We could start on the point that Joseph is a better person with finances, and I'm better at going in and risk taking and finding the ideas. And it has changed us because it has fine-tuned us really, because there are times when we had to clash, or maybe because we are different personalities anyway, we cannot say that it was just a bed of roses and we started, I came with the idea. There were times he actually resisted maybe a business idea, and not because he didn't find it interesting, but maybe he saw that it wasn't viable at the time. Yes, so we had those clashes that made us better, and it also helped us realize the different what should I say, the different strengths and weaknesses of each other. So it helped me realize where he's strong and where I'm weak, and maybe where I'm strong and he's weak, and we just complement each other. The kids also, like, they help do the dishes, and you know, I'm a baker, so when you bake, it can be messy. The start was messy, really, but we streamline along the way. Yeah.
Okay, wow, thank you. Thank you for sharing. And I love that you streamlined along the way.
And we've lost money, lots of money.
Yeah.
Businesses have been started and closed. Yeah, so we've been in the journey of doing, we got married in 2015. We make 10 years on 29th August this year. So
wow.
all those 10 years, it's been
Where
a journey.
is the party?
The party is going to be outside.
Oh, I like
but
that.
Yeah, but on a serious note, we intend to do a 10-year anniversary exchange of vows and redo and move another 10 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yes, so we've lost. I just wanted to make the point. We've lost money as well. We've tried ventures that have not worked out. But I noticed when you are into entrepreneurship and business, your biggest JD, job description and KPI is coming up with as many ideas. You come up with 50, only a half, not one, but a half of the 50. By a half, I don't mean 25. 50 ideas and a half of one works out. Then you come up with another 100 ideas. Then one out of those 100 ideas comes out. So it's a continuous journey of ideation and trying out and trying out stuff. But then you must also learn how to do business, because as you do the ideas, they must become they must become businesses, but not just businesses of hustle, like the book Making Money is Killing Your Business by Blakeman, which says you're always on the treadmill. No, you must learn systems. You must be able to have the end in mind and build the systems from the beginning. So we've done mistakes where we didn't know those principles. I'm a very good reader. My wife is picking up on the reading. But she reads actually. And we learn the principles and we put them in real practice to test them and see that they actually work. Yes.
Wow. I really, really appreciate that. And also, I think it's Stella who just said that you're different people with different strengths and weaknesses. But, sometimes you find, for example, if the lady is the one that has really the strength and stuff like that. Yeah. And then usually men look at it and they're like, why is it that you're the one doing this? Why is it that you're the one, excelling at this? Why is it that you're perfect? You, as a gentleman, maybe, Joseph, what's your mind on that, or what's your advice on that, where you find maybe a woman is how do I put it, is better, is doing things better than the husband, maybe is keeping the books very well, is keeping the money very well, and the gentleman is work in progress. So what's your take on that, or what's your advice on that?
All right, thank you, Claire. Now, we are going to speak from a biblical point of view, being that we are Christians. Of course, the Bible says that in the family structure, the man is the head of the family, and then the woman is the helper, and which is not a wrong or bad thing. No one is, it's not like the woman is less of a man, no. But, one of the things we've talked about in our previous weeks, we worship with Encounter Church, and we've been talking about oneness in marriage. And oneness is very key when it comes to finances, and it's the most key thing. If you fail to become one in finances, all the other things are affected. So if the woman is the one that has many of those ideas, she's creative, if you're not one, you will clash, because the man will come and say, I am the man in the house, what I say goes, and then you find there's slow pace moving on. But it's very important that the husband and wife, actually sit down and look at the advantages of each other. Now, in our family, I'm strong when it comes to financial, like handling the money and thinking. But when it comes to managing it, my wife is better than me. But it's not a bad thing. Now, in another marriage, you'll find, I know very many marriages where we'll say, the woman is good at the financial stewardship. Now, the man shouldn't feel jealous and say, no, but why is it that it's you with the idea?
Because both of you are winning.
Yeah, both of you are winning. You're on the same team. You're not competing with each other, Yeah, so it's very important to your question directly, if it is your woman that has the ideas, it is highly very important that you sit down and discuss and try to come out and say, okay, Mwami, this is an idea, I know it will work, and this is how I'm looking at it, give me a chance. And also the husband maybe gives you, why is he hesitant? Has he lost money from business? Are there principles that he doesn't understand? And you try to agree to move together. Without that oneness, it is extremely hard. You'll always clash. You'll invest money without another person agreeing, and then there are no blessings. You find things are tough, and that oneness is extremely important.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. Thank you very much, Joseph. What are the key financial challenges facing our family businesses, and how can we work together to address them? Okay. Stella, would you like to go first?
One of the key challenges is capital constraints. Many times we don't have capital, and it affects the family systems. And the best way we can go about it is, maybe if we know that right now you agree to hold on. It's okay to hold on. There was a time my husband wanted to invest. His heart was ready for investing, but then the money was actually not there. And instead of pulling a tantrum, it's okay. Take your time and allow that now is not the time. Next time, better. You on the same team. Yeah, how can two work together unless they agree? Yeah, that is one of them. Maybe Joseph can add.
All right. The other one is mixing company money or business with family.
Oh,
when you talk about constraints, that is quite a big one. And one of the ways that you solve that, like I told you, I do consultancy, and because I'm the brain behind the consultancy, my wife told you she's a vision bearer to Wonder Bakery, which does all pastries. She's a vision bearer to the farm. So I come in as her consultant and be able to ask and tell and say, you know what, there are things you have to do from the word go. It's a small business, and then there are also, different dynamics to it. So someone will come and say, no, my business is small, I can't register it, because then the URA, the taxman will come, things like that. But ultimately, there are things which, if you don't do, your business cannot scale, it will not grow. Even if you start a hardware with only one bag of cement and I don't know how many nails, and you're going to grow, at one point the taxman will come. So the better way for you to go from the word go, to do some basic principles about business. Things like registration if you're going to grow, things like getting a bank account, so the firm has a bank account, things like simple record keeping, those are principles we're talking about. One of the things we came up with, because we wanted to talk about practical things, we have the book record. Some people say it's a system, we need a system to put up.
This is simple. Anyone can record it.
A simple book record keeping that we designed, a very simple one. You say, we register how much money do we have, cash at hand, what is the income that we currently have, how much cocoa has been bought, what are the farmers' payments. Basically, it is a daily log. And every after a day, we have a week. At the end of that week, it's measured weekly. After 7 days, there's a week, and then after a week, there's a month. After, if it is 4 weeks. So the issue is, this is a simple book record keeping, but there are many, for those who have done accounting, there are many ERPs, systems that help you to do this. You may say, I don't have the money to pay for that currently.
The system,
But there are things you cannot grow without doing. You must have the end in mind. And so how do I want to grow it? Do I have a CEO? How does your organogram look like? Even if it is as simple as a CEO, maybe, and someone who helps. So right now she doesn't have to be doing the trading herself. She'll have someone who looks out for the coffee, she has someone who transports the coffee, she has someone who sells it to the people who are going to buy it, to get the money. There must be a system, otherwise you'll always be on the treadmill and you can't get off. And so we are developing these systems. It is even easy to hand them over to your children, because you're having the end in mind. You're saying, okay, if this business grows and my children are interested, they may not be interested. If they're interested, I can, hand them over. So capital constraint, like she has talked about, accounts and record keeping, mixing personal finances with the business, and basically cash flow management. Those simple things. Whom are violent? If I've lent Clare, will the money come back? I need to have cash. I need to have money that is going to do whatever the business is supposed to do. There should be some kind of system, however informal the business is. Yes.
Wow. Wow, now that's a very, 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 very big point that I really appreciate when
Yes.
you bring it up. Many family members tend to look to kill their own businesses. You
Yeah.
start a business today, maybe it's like a restaurant or just like the way you're a baker. Your kid has a birthday, you give.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your friend has a birthday, you give. And that money is not accounted for. Like you're giving out, you're removing money all the time,
Yeah.
or for your personal benefit, and
Yeah.
you're not really accounting for it. And sometimes you hear people, after all, it's my business.
Yeah,
You know, and before you know it, it doesn't even say its first birthday.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So surely, thank you for bringing that out very well. And I appreciate that book.
Thank you.
Really, really, really,
Yeah.
really serious. Indeed, it's practical.
Yeah, it's
Thank
practical,
you.
yeah, you can do
Thank
it.
you. Thank you. That's really, really
It's
good.
off grid, very affordable.
And even if you
Oh.
want to print it out, you can still, because it was personally designed, but you can still write. All you need is some kind of record keeping.
yeah.
You must know
To
where
track
is
the
your
money.
money going. Even when it is going to buy the shoe, in technical terms, that would be
Drawings.
You must know how much. You may be thinking just a small shoe, a watch,
Wow,
a jacket, but when you sit down and calculate the drawings,
They are more
it's
than
really big. So you must track wherever your money goes. Small businesses have been brought down because of small things like record keeping, not having the end in mind, not trying to put system. When you put systems, they say, no, we have a zungu, or they are hard. No, a system, this is a system, you know. There are businesses, if you're looking for loan facilities for your business later on in future, you must know that now, if I'm starting Rato Farm right now, Rato Ventures, I need, okay, yes, the business maybe could have started because she began it before we registered. But you're saying, no, you know, you must have a kind of someone who is going to audit your books to see how is the business doing. To do that, there's a bank account which is going to be there. If you're going to get capital from someone, the money is going to pass through the bank account. The first thing the accountant is going to ask you is what is your bank statement. Once you see how the money has been flowing, then how have you been keeping your books? Let me have a look at your books. Let me have a look at your receipts. This is how your business is doing. Is it healthy or not? That is the only way you will know. But what we do is I pick money from here, put in the business. I don't know how much money I've put in the business. I don't know what my revenues are. Like everything is everywhere. I can't track. What you don't track, what you don't measure, you can't achieve. That's a business and management principle.
Wow, that's a good principle. And
Yeah.
really, I appreciate. And while you are sharing, really, something dropped in my head. Many other times you find, you talked about Visionbearers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You find a parent, you're carrying a vision, you have a plan for your businesses and stuff like that. But then children, you find children are probably not walking the same direction. And you would love them to be a part of that for continuity and stuff like that. So really what's your advice to the parents there? Because we've had many parents really struggle. They start their businesses, before you know it, their children cannot really, continue it or participate in it, and some die because
Yeah,
really,
absolutely.
yes. So, what's really your advice on that, or how are you ensuring that your children are part of this for continuity purposes?
Well, I think one of the ways I've tried to include my children is to just include them in operations.
Yeah.
Yes, and they know what really goes on at the farm. They need to know that we weed around this time, and it's not alien. Yes, always include them. Like right now, they're on their way coming over. They knew we're coming through a TV show. They know how to bake on their own. I have my eldest daughter and the second born. They both can bake on their own, and even when I'm gone, they will still know that this is a family business, and I was included. Another way we've tried to make it personal, we brand our things, some of our businesses with our names, so that we bring it home. Like Rautomize is our family name, and we try to make the business have the name, because also it's their name. And when they know that Rato Ventures, it is personal, it is our thing, and they are included in it, and we work together to achieve the goals. Yes.
I love that. Wow.
I can add on something small, and this is the principle that has been, you could have had it if you're watching us now, that people don't teach right now I've looked at my profession, my background is engineering. And I also have a learning in finance and accounting. However, all my life until my engineering time, things have a bit changed. I didn't do any course about money. No one taught me how to handle finances. No one taught me how to handle business. Even the ones who did it at entrepreneurship and do business at the universities, BCom, business administration, you find that it is a lot theoretical than they can do practically. That is why when we finish our studying, we are going out to look for jobs. It's not a bad thing. All I'm saying that eventually, one of the things we discussed in our marriage fellowship, that eventually at 55 or 60, someone asked, is everyone built up for business? And a very brilliant answer came from one of the married men and said, ultimately, every one of us, as long as you're going to live up to 55, 60, you will not be employed for good. Like at 55, you'll get out of business, or 60, depending on the retirement age. You'll get out. So what happens after that? If God gives you another 40 years or 30, and you're going to die at 80, you must have some financial principles to run a business. So right now, I think the curriculum has changed. I'm not sure how effective it is, and I pray it is effective. I've looked through my kids' books. But one of the things we've done also intentionally is that we have taught our kids about money. So we have a course at home. We sit down and we have a curriculum. These are the different amounts of money, Ugandan money, and the different currencies across the world. And then she talked about involvement just 2 weeks ago. Like I told you, we do event planning and management. I'm an event host. She does baking. We had an event where we were both service providers on the same event, and we brought our children along. We said from 7, the cake is going to be cut at 9, but 7 you're at venue. They need to know timekeeping. How do you set up the cake? How do you do? They are around there, basically being indoctrinated. Now, they may not necessarily take up your business again. I'm not saying all children will, but there's something you're going to deposit in them for them to know whatever business they're going to go and do. Timekeeping is key. How do you relate with customers? You're dealing with people. Some of the skills think AI will never take away are communication skills. So we teach communication. So I developed this game. Involvement is very paramount. If I'm going to do an MCing gig, I hold my boy. I say, the twin boy, let's go, because he can walk. The other one is a bit younger, and he's with me the entire day. Sit here, help me with this, and stuff like that. So involving kids is very important. Very, very important.
And I appreciate that, involving kids. So parents out there, involve your children. You know, maybe African parents, we tend to think maybe they are young. Let them rest. Let them.
No.
Tokola era.
Tokola era indeed. Thank you very much. How can we balance our short-term financial needs with long-term goals and legacy planning in our family businesses? I think you hinted on it, but then you can go deeper on that.
I think it all gets down to planning.
Yeah.
Plan the short term, the long term, the legacy. You have to plan that the business has to outlive you, but also you have short term, like money that needs to be used now, and money that is mid term. So we've tried to invest in the 3 areas: the short term, the cash flows and petties, and the home money and stuff. Then we have the long term, the bonds, and
Okay. Wow. Yeah. Planning. Okay.
True. Planning, budgeting. Your question is basically how
can
we
you balance short
the short term and the long term. If you're married, okay, even if you're single and you're watching, every single one has a specific amount of money you use in a month, or on a daily or in a month. Now, my wife and I, before COVID, of course, there are things you come try and error. One of the things I tell our people when we got married in 2015, the way we used to do Kameza was the way we knew it, daily. But we realized daily was not working for us, so we shifted to weekly. It was weekly. You know, you get money, you put aside. When we said no, at the time I was still employed. I said, but also earn money on a monthly. The best way is, since she's good at management of finances, we are going to sit down. We got an Excel. We have it up to date. We sat down and said, what is our cost as a family? So we calculated food. So this is how much food will cost us. Break down like rice. We had all those columns, kilograms, what price. Of course, they change with inflation, but we put down food. We said this is how much money we spend in food. Then hair. Now I have 2 girls. Our hair, the boys, is not as expensive. So we knew girls' hair, boys' hair, the nanny's salary. We are big on values of family. So we budget for family out. And we wanted to know in a month, the Rabotomize household, how much, yes, it has to be in a block. Because when you know that amount of money, then you're going to track your cash flows and know, okay, are the cash flows equal to the money I have? Are they less? Are they more? One of the things I usually say, everyone has a different problem. One of the biggest problems we have around the world, okay, in Uganda, is we have an income problem. In simple terms, the twina centers in Malawi, we don't have enough money to cover our expenses. Someone usually say, do we live below our means? Or do we expand the means? So if you have an income problem, then you have to learn, how do I expand so that I get more income? And I don't necessarily have to live below. Of course, there's a moment where you have to live below the means. But as you do that, how do you expand the means? Pastor Andrew usually says that if you have a cake, however good you are at slicing the cake, it will still remain a small cake. Get a bigger cake. Yeah, so we have those, we know how much we spend on a month. Once that money is covered, then the rest of the money is invested. And she's talked about the different, the low risk, the medium risk, the high risk, the unit trusts, the bonds more in the low risk, low interest.
And long term.
Yeah, medium, like land. Then these businesses we are in are really high risk. You put in money, it can go. Like I've said, we've spent money in many businesses and they have failed. Those are high risk, high return. Yeah, so budgeting and planning is very key. Without those different, now we don't stress. When I get that money, she's good at management. When we get that money, we apportion it. She takes care of it. I don't hear any call to the family account that we need. Okay, of course they come in here and there, but rarely, because we sat down before COVID and covered that. So we only just change inflationary that budget.
Wow, that's really, really good, and well done on that.
Thank you.
It's a hard thing, but well
Eventually.
done. Wow, thank you very much. What role should each family member play in financial decision making, and how can we ensure effective communication and collaboration?
Okay, I think Stella will talk through that, but briefly, when it comes to roles, everyone has strength, like we mentioned, we've hinted about it. So it's not really, for example, if I come and say I'm the head of the family, then I'm the one who does the finances. You could be the head, but your financial literacy is low. It's your role to grow that financial literacy and learn how does money work. Money has rules, but you also work with your spouse. So when you talk about roles, it really comes back to me, the answer is strength between the two. But oneness is extremely, again, important. When it comes back to the Christian values, I said the husband is the head of the family, and the wife is the helper. That doesn't make the wife a less person. No. We have our different strengths. There are times where you find a woman earns more than the man. The woman has to know that this shouldn't now grow the wings. I earn more money. That money has been given to both of you.
Exactly.
To take the family forward. Every family has a vision and a mission. You must know it. And when you have that, you go to the same direction. And God being our witnesses here, we have done that practically. We have a small book, we have written our vision, we know what we want, we've written our mission, we have 5 values, and those values direct our money. The first value, for example, is God, faith. Second value is family first. Now, under the value of faith, we know every Sunday in Rabotomize family, it's church time. So meaning there's a cost to that. When it comes to ministry, we're going to serve, it's precedent. The second value, which is family first, there is us as a nuclear family, then there's her parents and my parents. Those are both our families, they are costs. So the question is, what is the role of each? It's strength, oneness to move forward, have your vision, mission, because when you have that one direction, you won't even fight. Say, your money is here, our money is here, this is what we have, we've planned it, this is what we're going to save. We even have a bit where I say, now what are your personal expenses? She has her money. I don't know what she uses it for, but it is budgeted. I also have my expenses as that, and then we invest. We are growing and stuff like that. I don't know if you want to add on something.
Maybe to add on it, I think everyone has a role to play in family finances, because we can even go as low as planning for food in decision making.
Yes.
You cannot just override because you're the mother of the house. People are tired of the rice. You're feeding them with so much rice. And I think everyone, because it's a family, it should be inclusive, that even the kids know that right now we are on the low. We need to manage electricity, switch off the lights. Guys, switch off the lights. And they would not know if you do not include them in the decision making. So it's not about being Jono Mwana. Everyone can come to the table and you're like, right now, Jaja is sick and is in hospital, and all the money we have is we are channeling it there. Yeah. We need to manage how you cannot just keep asking for cars and stay luxurious in a time like that. So I think it should be as inclusive as possible to everyone. Everyone has a role to play, because finances is at the heart of a family. Yes.
Wow. I really love that. Yes, everyone has to be, especially the children. They have to understand.
Yes.
Many times as parents we tend to say,
we leave them out.
They don't understand. Why do we stress the children? But either way they will get stressed, because they will not understand why you're saying no when they ask for a car or to go into a water park or whatever. They will not understand. So really I appreciate that. And thank you so much for bringing that out. How can we ensure that our family businesses' financial values and principles are aligned with our overall mission and vision? You talked about the mission and vision.
I have a principle, and for a very long time I have always told, and people who are watching, we have friends who are watching us across the country and across the globe. They know where my heart is. Of course, it's not something everyone takes up. I usually say a family in a way is like an organization. When you look at organizations, they thrive because they are rallying on a specific vision and mission and values. Now, even the Bible tells us that my people perish because of lack of knowledge. And then in Habakkuk they tell us, write your vision, so that whoever comes sees it and runs with it. There's a power in vision, there's a power in writing. Now this is our own. We just did, like I told you, it's not something that I would say everyone copies, but we've done that. It has helped us. We sat down and said, what do we want the Rabotomize to contribute to this world before we get out of the world? So we thought about many things. We are into entertainment, so it's our big thing. We want to influence the world. There are 7 spheres of influence. We looked through them. We said, are we in politics? No. Entertainment, yes, she runs a band. I'm into events planning and management. Okay, we say that one is there. Are we into family? Yes, we love family. We write about family, business, and finance. That's our thing. That's where our heart is. So we chose 3 mountains of influence out of the 7. It was basically education, entertainment, and family. And we rallied all our energies around that. So we wrote down, it's not in the head.
Core values.
Core mission and vision. Like I've said, when we have that, it becomes very easy to even make a decision. Now we'll go and say, Salongo, we are going to do ABC. We just quickly, it's aligned, say, is it in line with the vision? Is it like mission? Like subconsciously. Yes.
Subconscious.
Yeah, it's just subconscious. It's very easy to make a decision. She will know what I will say yes to and what I will say no to. Same thing with her. I will know what she will say yes to. If I come and say, I'm going to stand for politics, it has even never come out. Now, our kids may go for politics, but to us, it's not something I'm just giving an example of politics, something like that. So it has become our driver. So your question to how do we align that? You must have a vision, you must have a mission, and the Bible encourages you to write them. They are not in the head. get a book, get a paper, and ask, and you will not even get it on the first go. You won't get it, but you keep on changing it. We started with 15 values, they went to 10, now we have 5, and we know them, and we teach the children, and they know. So it directs us and our resources.
Yeah, I think you've really exhausted that one.
So we run in short, actually, what I was trying to bring out is we run a bit of the family as a company structure, but we don't remove the fun and love out of it. So like the way the company does team building, do you do team building in your family? It may not have the name team building, but you go out. Because the company is doing team building, why? To keep the engagement. But some of us in our families, year in, year out, we've never gone out. So how are you going to keep engaged? Companies do meetings, some, depending on where you work, daily meetings or weekly meetings or monthly. We never sit down with our spouses or families to do, it's called a meeting, time. Just sitting and talking. Things like the dinner table become like what we call the meeting in the company. Eating together. We are big on family. Like I've said, we have a budget of moving out. Even if it's as small as spending 50K or 20K, whatever it is, you're going out is planned. So running a business in putting in love, but akin to structure, it helps you to move forward. Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you very much. As you were sharing, actually, something popped in my head. How are you able to motivate your children, for example, if they're supporting you in the business or participating? Are they paid?
Yeah, we pay for paid work. We do not pay for housework.
Yes.
We don't because they're part of the family. I think they should. I don't have to pay for sweeping the house. You stay in the house. But when we get work, like there was a time Salongo was doing a team building. He carried the kids and they were carrying those bags. My daughter said, "Daddy, how much are you paying me?" Because she knew that Daddy was going to get paid.
Exactly.
So she even demands for the payment when it comes to paid work. Paid work, we also pay. Yeah, and it keeps them, because they know that it is actually a standard to wash the dishes. It's not really the actual amount, but it is 5K to do the dishes of the bakery. Well, after baking, it is 5K. Whoever does it. So they are quick to do it, and they stay motivated, really.
I love that.
Yes.
Because when you hear children say, we don't love that, because you find, it's your business, you work, and they work for years and years, but they're not facilitated, they're not paid. So I love that maybe you're really motivating them, and it's really, really good. I love that.
Thank you.
You have something to add on that?
No, talk.
Okay. Yeah. What strategies can we implement to prepare the next generation for financial leadership and stewardship in our family businesses?
I think we've answered that as well, but as I say, our time is coming up. We I emphasize, sit down, write your values. Number 2, expose them to your businesses, move with them, let them know. But number 3, have the end goal in mind. Your business cannot remain small forever. Every time we begin businesses, we know there must be a vision, there must be a mission, there must be values for that business. Even if roughly there must be an organogram, that's the company structure. Even if it has the founder and someone else, or even if the founder, you must have the end, there are people you want to work in the business. And then you must have record keeping. Try to grow the business if it is going to go beyond you, and also pass it on over. You must learn financial principles. You must learn business principles. Just like big businesses run on principles and survive. Family businesses, which are usually, we call them small, they must have the end in mind. Build the systems. And we've done that. We've done that for Rocco Farm. I've done that for Blueprint. We try to to see how can this business run without the founder. It's hard, but it's a journey that you can take on, and it is more freeing. You even empower other people. Oh, Claire, come and work with me, but I can't do everything. I'm the CEO, I'm the marketer, everything I do. No, you can't.
Operations.
Wow. Thank you very, very much. Our time is already spent. Give us your parting shot maybe, and then we close.
My parting shots will be that business is not done growing a legacy is not done in one day, but it's done daily. Like,
wow.
Yes, you are supposed to. The legacy, I'm surprised people want the shortcuts of making money. And when we see these guys, the big guns in town, you may think it all just came up in one day. Boys betting off their money and resources, selling their land because they want to make it big in Kampala. Yet it takes day by day to build a legacy. Yes.
Wow. Thank you, Stella. Thank you very much.
My parting shots will be brief. Don't give up. Entrepreneurship can be tricky and hard, and business. We've had people say Uganda is hard to do business in. People are stealing money, corruption. There is no hope. But if you cannot join them to steal the money, the only option you have is actually to work hard. You have to work hard. So, as you cry and say this money is being stolen, let's go out of the country, all those are options. But one of the options is to actually work hard and give it a shot. I can guarantee you it's fulfilling, because then you're going to build something, you're going to employ people, and ultimately I believe that you can succeed. So thank you so much for having us on the show.
Thank you for having us.
You can please follow us on all our social media handles. Joseph Rabtomize, Stella Rabtomize Mukulu. Sir Jose, yes.
Wow, thank you very much. And I love what you really ended with, that if you can't join those people to steal, then work very hard.
Exactly.
I really love it. Lovely viewer. Thank you so much for keeping in touch of Uganda Family TV. Thank you so much for loving me, the world's favorite host. I will see you again definitely next Thursday. Same time, same place, of course, with different people discussing different topic. It is a very, very good night. God bless you.
Bless you.
Visionbearers.